moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 44 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Man left. Set. White 80.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Blue 30.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And past the 30, down to about the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 27 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Man, that's trash.
On second down, Ryan. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down.
Key 26, key 26.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They needed 15, they got 16 and a first down. On first down, Ryan. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Ready, watch 25.
They'll run here with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Strong left, strong left.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Single. Ready. Watch 2.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now out come the Steelers. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
All right, here we go. Monday. Under 10.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Dez Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Smaller in stature, but still able to use his quickness, his elusiveness, and his strength to create big plays.
49, check 49. Here we go.
In motion right is Bryant. On second down, it's Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else? And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, Sub. We got 3. We got 3. Get up. Ready. Check.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sport. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left. Go foul. Set. Hey, alert 16. Black 80.
They hand off to their big tight end. And some space here.
Alert 3. Watch the edge.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Roethlisberger will throw. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
3rd and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Left. Watch left. Hey.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. 20! A gain of 32 that time.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu from 10 yards out. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 66 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
Julio Jones all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 44 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now, that gives me a second to give a shout-out here, Charles, to Adrian Claiborne. He had 6 sacks against the Cowboys this last week.
Absolutely phenomenal performance. Now we're listing his name next to guys like Osi Umenyiora, Fred Dean, who's a Hall of Famer, and Derek Thomas, who's a Hall of Famer. I mean, we're talking about some of the all-time guys getting to the quarterback. 6 sacks. It also helped that Tyron Smith, the all-pro left tackle for the Cowboys, didn't play. Chaz Green tried to replace him to no avail.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Push him back. Push him back.
Fresh set of downs here.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload.
The slot man in motion right. They go play action here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Man left, man left.
Set. White 80.
4 down, 4 down.
Focus.
Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Set.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
5 yards on the pickup, and the Steelers are going to have a first down.
Check hot route. Hot.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Bryant has it. And he gets it down to the 32. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Strong left. Danny.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Blue 80, white 25. Watch 98. 98's the mark.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go. Wide 80. 4 down. Check.
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Jack 16.
Hey,
These two.
tighten down. There you go.
Set. Blue 3, these 2.
Slam.
Roethlisberger to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Hot.